Who let the dog out? Hi, I'm Josh Horn with Horn Valuation. I help business owners and attorneys with business valuation and building business value. This past Saturday, I went on a trip with my daughter to get my dog a new toy at the pet store. Her idea, her suggestion, I thought, great, we'll go get this new toy. He chewed through the other one. Let's go replace this toy. We get to the pet store. I open the door and he bolts across the parking lot. I'm running as fast as I can. Fortunately, my dog, because he's so friendly, he stops to see a couple of men that are unloading some products at the store. I lunge for the leash. I get a hold of it. I land on the ground and I get the dog back. What does this have to do with your business besides a funny story about me looking like a fool at a pet store? Just because something hasn't happened doesn't mean it won't happen. We had a set of procedures in our family. I broke them. The set of procedure was the person in the back seat, my daughter, get a hold of the leash. Then I opened the door. I broke protocol. I didn't tell her to do that. The dog had never got away before. Today, he saw probably the men in the parking lot that ultimately saved us. He bolted towards him and off he went. He'd never done it before, but he did it that day. How does this relate to your business? What about the current crisis we're in? Has any of this happened before? No, it hasn't, but it's happening now. I think one of the real dangers here of this crisis is we'll look at this and go, well, this has never happened and it won't happen. And instead of going, well, how am I going to plan for the next coronavirus outbreak or whatever it is, start thinking about what happened here and how you can solve many of these problems by looking at what actually happened as a result. Let me explain. Can you plan for a significant loss of revenues? Yes, you can. Can you plan for supply chain disruptions? Yes, you can. Can you plan for an inability to access cash quick enough to pay employees, pay vendors, etc.? Yes, you can. You can plan for all of those things as much as they hurt. Instead of thinking about the actual crisis, the black swan event, think about what you might do to fix these issues no matter what crisis comes at you. What else? Don't rely on luck. Two things my daughter told me after the fact. One, she was apparently yelling at me when I was running. The other one, she told me when we got back to the house. The first one was, don't chase him. The other one was, Daddy, I've never seen you run so fast. Was that my strength? No, it absolutely wasn't. I got lucky. The highway was on the right. The pet store was on the left. There was open space everywhere, a big area. The dog, 60-pound puppy, German Shepherd, I didn't have a chance. I got lucky. And one of the things that I could have taken away from this is, wow, I can catch that dog now. No, in 99 times out of 100, I would not have caught the dog. Much like you, you're facing challenges, bigger companies, faster companies, whatever that is. Use your strengths, whatever it is. And here's a key. If you think your strength is the same as the companies you're competing against, you better come up with a different strength because you're both competing on the same thing. And it may turn out that actually that's not even your strength when you start asking the folks in your building, your colleagues, what is your real strength? And use that. Don't rely on luck. Finally, remember the pain. I was very fortunate that I didn't hurt myself badly. I got very symmetrical injuries, the most symmetrical I can ever remember. A couple of cuts to my pinkies and bruises to the insides of my knees. So I fell just perfectly like this. I could have broken something. I could have torn something. I could have hurt myself a multitude of different ways. Don't do that. And remember the pain. Remember the pain from this crisis we're in now. As much as it hurts, internalize it. Really, really remember how bad it hurts, how bad all the things you got to deal with hurt. And remember how you don't want to face these things again unprepared. Who let the dog out? I did, and I'm the leader, and the buck always stops with the leader. Remember that. This is Josh Horn, CPA of Horn Valuation. Have a great day.